Hey, it's Hot 937 man, Buck and Reggie in the morning. Special guest in the studio right now, CHXRRY22. I first saw this young lady in New York City at a small listening party that they had, and I was in the front row, like really listening to her music, and it was crazy. It was hot, and good to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling?
Thank you for having me. I feel good. I feel tired a little.
You're tired? Is this early for you?
It's not early for me, but I didn't sleep yesterday.
Oh, okay.
On the bus, I didn't sleep.
Well, Chevy, I don't know what you did because it's been like snowing lately and raining and 25 degrees. It's nice out today. You brought some good weather with you.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I'm the sunshine.
Well, you got to stay.
Tell me about this journey of yours. You started singing as a little girl, singing around the house. And, family, your parents were into music?
Yes, both my parents were in a choir, so they could both sing, but they sing Ethiopian music.
And you sang that too?
Yeah. My parents only sang in Amharic growing up, so all my home videos, we were just saying Ethiopian songs.
Just singing, no fun playing it outside, just singing in the videos.
Yeah, it was weird. It felt like American Idol. It was always like, camera, go, and they make us sing.
Can you sing better than your mom?
Sometimes I think back, and I'm like, could my parents even really sing?
Because
You know what
They're
I
going to
mean?
see this.
the more you learn.
Because now I'm a singer, and I know singers, and I'm like,
That's
My-
like when your parents tell you stories as a kid.
right? And then
and
you
you
look
grew
back,
up
and you're
like,
like, she was a little pitchy.
Yeah.
But she could sing. She was very high. My dad was very low.
Now, sometime you started doing covers in videos and everything, and you got discovered that way. How you did it in a time where everyone was doing it. A lot of people were trying to
Yeah.
get discovered,
Yeah.
and you had to fight. It's even worse now.
Oh, yeah, it's way hard.
But
It's
you had
way
to
hard
find your
now.
niche. How did you find your niche? And how did you pick the songs to sing? Did you think about the songs that you had to sing, or you just grabbed anything?
No, I remember both of the times that they actually like did something and went like somewhat viral. It was just like songs that I was listening to. Like the first one was "Work" by Rihanna, and at that time, that song was huge.
Yeah.
And I love Ree, so I was like, we were just in the hallway at school, and I was like, I'll just sing this song. And then with Waves, the second one, the Kanye song. It was my birthday, and I'm pretty sure I was kind of drunk, and I was like, yeah, I was like, fuck it, let's do that song.
Now, when you noticed the views started picking up, what were you saying to yourself? What were people telling you when you seen the views start going up and up and up?
I thought I was famous.
Yeah.
I was
Out the
like,
gate.
I was like, oh my god. I went from how much was it, like 400 followers to like 4,000, like overnight. So at that time, that was crazy. So I was like, I'm Justin Bieber. Like, I made it. I was like, Dad.
I need security already. I need
Like, wait.
security.
Dad,
Literally.
I'm moving different out here now, Dad.
You know, I told my dad to quit his job.
After
Did you?
4,000 followers?
I swear to I literally told my dad, like, a week after, I was like, you should just quit. My dad's in finance. I was like, you should just be,
That's
like,
a big job right there.
my bookkeeper. And, like,
He was like,
Friend my
I'll
friend.
be the bookkeeper, but Cherry, I'm gonna keep my job for now.
oh, he laughed. He tells everyone that story. He's like, this girl's delusional.
When you got the call from the Weeknd's people, what was that first conversation like?
It was a DM.
It was a
It
DM?
was a DM from my manager, Cash. And at the time, he didn't even have his own Instagram.
Ooh.
He had his business page. So I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
It was like, I managed the Weeknd, and I'd love to sign you. And I looked at my phone, and I was like, and we're both Ethiopian. So, like, even when I started making music a little bit, people would always, like, make, like, oh, my God, I bet he's going to see you, and da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So when I saw that, I was like, and then I thought it was fake, and then I saw that Travis Scott followed it. So I was like, oh, okay, it's
This
real.
is real.
Yeah.
Now, did you grow up in the States or you grew up in
Toronto.
in
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And when you so you have like people sing songs. Did you have an accent or anything when you started singing?
An accent?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I've always talked like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Tell me about this project, The Other Side.
The Other Side. So The Other Side was my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The Siren's on up. The Other
Siren
Side.
was the second one. So The Other Side, I was a little more green. I definitely was like, God, I hope this works out. So it was kind of like me manifesting the whole time. I
Mhm.
was like, I'm going to show you. Had
Did you-
no clue.
Did you learn from The Other Side when putting this project together? What things did you learn from doing the other side to this one?
Oh, for sure. I was like, we got to speed it up. We got to get some energy. For Siren, I was like, I wanna make bigger songs, and I thought about performance a lot, which actually paid off because now when I perform, I'm just doing my Siren set list, and it's high energy, and I feel like it's perfect because it gets the crowd going. It makes people excited.
Was the first one more emotional? Was it more like stories about heartbreak and things like that? You didn't want to get into that on Siren.
She was a baby. No, because Siren is it's like it's a character in a sense. Like, I didn't want to go too far away from the aura of a siren. Sirens are very dominant and they're very confident, and they just pop shit all day. So I didn't want to be all like sad.
What do you listen to when you're not listening to? Like if I was to grab your phone right now, what would I find in there? What kind of music would I find in there randomly?
Weird music. I listen to a lot of different shit, but I think R&B is always like my first love.
Is your go-to?
Yeah, I love R&B. I love soft pop, soft rock. I like alternative music a lot.
So when you got the 4,000 followers, is that where you started taking it more seriously? Or was this like from the beginning, this is what I'm going to do?
So when I was younger, I used to say silly things like I'm gonna be famous one day. I'm gonna da da da. But like I never really looked at this like it's a job. It's a job. I also have immigrant parents.
Okay.
So pursuing a creative, like a career in like being a creative is not really pushed on you or really like offered to you, if that makes sense. So yeah, I didn't really think it was an option. But when that happened, I was like, people started reaching out. They're like, you should come by the studio. You should learn how to write and learn how to record. And I was like, oh, okay. And I honestly didn't think. I just said yes to everything, and it got me here. Honestly, I think that's the trick. I think people ask me a lot, like, so, like, what did you do? And I'm like, just literally say yes.
Right.
Show up.
Which female artists, do you look at right now and you fell in love with them from the beginning and you still love what they do?
I love SZA. I think she's undeniable. I love Kali Uchis. I've loved her music since her first project. I would say those two.
And we talked about, let me ask you a question. I'm going to date myself right now because old school is different for different people. Old school for me is different to you. What's old school to you?
Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Tell me.
It's not embarrassing, but it's like I'm young, so old school to me, I would say like Anita Baker.
That's old school.
That's old school.
That's old school.
Okay.
That's old school.
Thank God.
That's real old school.
It's way.
I thought you was gonna say Keisha Cole and no,
to a degree. She's not old school. No, okay. Old school is like oldies. You think of like Anita Baker, Marvin Gaye, Al Green.
Right. Okay. Now she's right. She's in that right lane.
So are you well versed on that music?
Don't quote me, but I know a little one too. Why? Were you gonna test me?
I'm just saying, because if Anita Baker is old school for you, that means you listened to it before.
I love Anita.
Give me 2 Anita Baker songs. Titles.
Angel.
That's easy.
Oh my God. Caught Up in the Rapture.
Yeah, big one.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it Caught Up in the Rapture of Love?
Yep.
Is that
Rapture,
the whole
yeah.
name?
Yes,
Okay.
Rapture.
Oh my God. This is gonna piss me off. Hold on.
You don't give me 3?
I could definitely give you 3. Sweet Love.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet
There
Love.
you
She
go.
thought of that too.
You got
Sweet
some good
Love.
publicity.
There you go.
You know how I first heard Anita Baker?
Oh.
I will never forget. My dad forced me to go to tennis lessons one summer, and I was pissed. I was like, I'm not doing this. And he was like, you're going. And then my tennis coach, he was this like very quirky like man. He was older. And he played her music one day in the car. He had this beat up old Camry, and he was playing it. And I was like, who is this?
Right.
I fell in love. And then he found out I could sing, and then he wanted to be my manager. It became a whole thing.
He wanted
I
to
was
put the
like-
tennis rackets away and he
I
wanted to
was like-
manage you.
Put the
I
damn
was
things
like
away.
14. I was like, sir.
Yeah, Anita's one of the great ones. Like Sade? I like Sade.
Yeah.
She's another one. And Ashanti, too. We talk about Ashanti.
I love Ashanti, yeah. I grew up on her. Alicia, Beyonce.
Is it one artist that you heard that made you want to do this?
that made me want to do music.
Mm-hmm.
No one really made me want to do music. I think they used to line me and my brothers up and make us sing. And in all of our home videos, like I said, we were always singing. So over time, you could start to hear that my brothers couldn't sing,
Yeah.
but you could hear that I could sing. So I was
like,
just
y'all
always,
gonna go play basketball.
they were like, okay, next. But I was the girl who could sing growing up.
Okay.
So no one really made me want to sing. I think it was just something I was forced to do, and then I ended up being really good at it, and then I ended up making friends from it. So I was like, oh, okay, people like you when you could do something. So,
Yeah.
So you didn't really have any inspirations coming up. It was just, I can sing. My parents seen it, and they said, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even really allowed to listen to a lot of music growing up. It wasn't until I started. I got a computer and stuff, and then I found people like Keisha Cole, and I was like, oh, okay, hold on, this is better.
Okay.
When I was at that listening party, right, I heard something. I heard like your music was really it was really different. You know, and I think I told you that too. I said the drums and the guitars are really different. Do you do that on purpose? Is it on purpose, or is that you? Is that you? Because a lot of people, you hear what's on the radio, and some people when they go into record and they try to say, okay, this is what radio should sound like. You didn't do that. You did it differently, and it was great. It sounds good.
Thank you.
Did you do that on purpose?
I think I have this thing where I don't like looking or being like anyone else. And like if I see someone, if I copy someone, I feel like a loser. I don't know if that's like healthy to think that way, but I've always been like that. So I think I do the same thing with music. I don't think like, oh, they did that, so I want to do that. I'm always like, well, if they did it already, then it's already out. So you got to do something a little different.
How involved are you in your process of doing the music?
Too involved. Too involved.
Right. So you do writing and.
Yeah, I do. I'm very picky. I'm very particular. I know what I want to say. I know when something's corny, I'm not saying that. But I don't work with a lot of people either.
Same crew?
Yeah,
same
I like to work with the same people. I think now that I'm more in LA and stuff like that, I work with more people. But for a long time, I was very like, I fuck with you, you should do my whole project. I fuck with you, you should write with me the whole time.
Now, if I was to ask the producers, are you easy to work with? What would the producers say if we was to ask them, how is she to work with?
She's crazy. No, they probably she knows what she wants. I hear that a lot. Oh, you really know what you want.
Now, when you went to L.A., everyone just goes to L.A. to make it. How was that stay in L.A. initially? How was it? Was it as easy as people? Because it can be hard. I always hear the story. I slept on my manager's couch.
Yeah.
I slept in the car for a year. How was that first year in L.A. for you?
I've had some stories. I've had some situations where I'm like, oh, I'm really thugging it right now. But I like to think I'm a very blessed person. And every time I question, like, am I supposed to be doing this? Things always just kind of work out for me the way they're supposed to. So I never really, I never struggled too much where I was like, okay, I got to go home. I was I could deal with this. I could.
So you say you don't deal with a whole lot of people. So when you find that producer and you kind of click, do you say, all right, like you said, do my whole project? Sometimes a label won't let you do that. They be like, we need this sound, that sound. Do you rather working with one person when it clicks like that and just rock out like we gonna do this because you're comfortable with that person?
Yeah. And I'll let other people be involved, but I do think there's something about music and chemistry. I've heard a lot of things in the past where two people or like a group of people work together and they make magic, and then the person goes off to like go do something completely different, and the magic is kind of lost. So I just feel like if it's, what is it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, like that. I feel like if something works and you feel that chemistry, just keep going.
This industry can be kind of hard for a female. For a beautiful girl, too. What would you tell to a young lady right now trying to do what you're doing? What should they look out for and be careful of? Because it can be wild.
It can. It can be wild.
Is it the people you keep around you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't play. I don't even play like that. I'm very,
straightforward. And
I'm very blunt.
You're tough.
I'm very blunt. I don't know. I'm very blunt. But I have been also lucky to I have a very good team.
Okay.
And I've always just had really good people around me. I feel like I attract good people. But I would tell her, don't be afraid to speak your mind, and don't worry so much what people think about you, because people have opinions on everyone.
What's the goal? What do you want to do? What's Siren's there right now? What's next?
What's next is I'm working on bodies of work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to create enough music to last me a really long time, and I just want to keep creating, whether it's music or art or acting or whatever it is I want to do. I just want to be creative and make art.
Have you had a chance to talk to the Weeknd?
Of course.
Okay. What have he told you, or any advice he's given you for this business?
What's his best advice? Probably like stick to your vision. Stick to your vision and know what you want. I mean, he's like the prime example of that, I would say.
Do you like touring?
I do.
Really? Do you like every bit of touring?
I really do. I think it is very humbling, for sure, and it teaches you about rejection and appreciation, and I don't know. It kind of, artists spend a lot of time in the studio. We spend a lot of time sitting and creating and thinking, and I've always been like, that's the really fun part. But seeing it come to life and seeing people singing your songs, being like, I love you, and then
That's gotta be a crazy feeling.
Yeah, like to me, that's like, I love it.
Now, your road manager, is this your road manager here? Your manager?
Yes.
Now, if we was to ask her, how are you to work with? Is she easy to work with? When she get up on? Now, I got to give you guys credit. Usually when artists come in here, they either come in here late, Regg, or they come in here with 25 people in this little room right now. You guys came on time. You told me you're going to be late, but you was actually on time. Pulled up, just you two. I appreciate that.
I ain't gonna hold you. Normally I'm out here at 10 o'clock. He said we got the interview at 11. I was set for about 1, 2 o'clock today.
Can I tell you guys something? I woke up so tired with a sore throat. I was like, I can't do it.
You tried to cancel on us?
I wasn't going to, and then I was like, what am I talking about? And I just got up and put on the sweatsuit and came.
I appreciate it, because I told Davey, she got to come up, because I drove to New York all the way just
to
see her.
I know.
And it was worth it, too.
I know. I'm so happy I came.
All right, now, let's switch the topics a little bit. Ethiopian food. Regg, you don't like spicy food.
You don't like spicy food.
What would you suggest for me?
You don't like spicy food?
Nah, I don't like curry. I don't like hot.
So
curry's not hot, though.
It's hot
but
to me.
it has a lot of spice to it. Not it's very flavorful.
Yeah.
I think Americans get like thrown off sometimes by like too many flavors in one dish.
Flavors.
Yeah, like they obviously the flavors that they know.
Yeah.
But
what would you suggest for me? I'm going to an Ethiopian restaurant. I'm going to sit down. I don't want to think. What am I going to get?
You're going to get alicha. That is alicha. Okay. That is it's very mild, but a lot of our food is lentil based. So it's like lentils and.
Cause I'm gonna know what I'm talking about.
If it's healthy, he ain't gonna eat much of it.
That's so sad.
What is the Ethiopian dish, like the main dish that?
Like my favorite.
Your favorite, yeah.
No, your favorite, but also the main dish in Ethiopia.
I don't want to answer that because I'm gonna answer it wrong, and then they're gonna come for me. I don't even.
But she's not Ethiopian.
I don't want to answer that.
If you was to like if I was to visit Ethiopia, what is something I would have to try before leaving there?
Dorowet. It's oh my god, it's like onions, and I'm gonna make it sound gross, but it's so good. And there's spices to it, and there's chicken in it, and there's like a boiled egg. It sounds crazy, but it's so good.
It's good?
It's so good.
All right.
And you really only get it on at like weddings and.
Oh, it's not like something they make every Sunday or some special meal.
I wish.
What's your favorite?
That.
That's your favorite?
Dorowet, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna watch.
But you would like gomen. You would like shiro.
I'll say that wrong. They'll throw me out.
Yeah.
I'll text
He
you.
made shiro after eating.
Yeah, text me the names of the stuff.
Yeah, I will.
Shiro.
I will. You would like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta have you come back here and do a performance for us. We
I would
love
love
that.
to.
You know.
How was your performance? What is it? High energy, laid back?
For this tour, it is. It's like very high energy, very high energy, very like
Sexy.
sexual. Very
Yeah.
sexy.
Okay. I can see that part. I can see like some smooth sexiness going on.
Who you want to work with in the future? If there was one person you could work with in the future, who would that be? You got money's not an object.
See, you gotta
Money's
give them
not
more
an
than one
object.
though, because there's
Money's
so
not
many
an
people.
object.
You gotta give them more than one.
Like a
If she had if you got a project, a project of 6 songs.
And I had to have one person do the whole thing.
Nope. You're gonna have a feature on all 6 songs. Who's making that album or that EP?
Oh my God, Lana Del Rey is
Okay.
one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Weeknd.
Okay.
There you go.
Weeknd
Right
is
answer.
one
Good
of
answer.
Gotta get
Good
that
answer.
right.
This is like
You
like
got
my
3 more
Mount,
tracks.
my Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Track 4.
I'm blanking. I like Charlie XCX right now, so I'll say
Okay.
her.
Okay.
You can throw Anita Baker on there, just because.
Yeah, Anita. I'll put Anita on there.
Imagine
You
that.
okay, that's
I'll put Anita on
album
there.
5.
Honestly,
That's-
Andre. I would have Andre on my. I
Imagine
think
that.
we
Okay,
would.
so Anita and Andre 3000.
Yeah, I'll say those.
That's a platinum album.
I wish.
That's platinum.
I got to give you credit. You came through when I first saw you. I said, David, we got to get her to come to the studio, and you're here.
Of course, I'm here.
You know, so we appreciate you stopping by here. I know you got a ton of things to do. You have to drive to D.C. or something.
Yes.
Whew.
That's where you
See all
show
my
at?
Habeshas
Mm.
people,
That's
and I'm gonna have Ethiopian food.
The shitish.
how often you get
Say it right. The shitish.
No.
What?
What did you just
The
say?
shitish. The
he
shitish.
said
the shit-
he's the shit.
No, the shidu. What is it called?
Shitty.
Shitto.
Oh,
Shittle.
damn.
Oh my God!
I said shidu.
Don't ever say that again.
He's a shittish.
Shidu.
He said it with a D.
Let him go and eat some shittish.
Shitu.
Shitto.
Shiddle.
Shittle.
Oh my God, you're making,
S-H-I-
you're
Skittles.
making me look like a
Like
bad
Skittles.
teacher.
Shiddles.
S-H, I know you're not a
Not
bad teacher.
shittles.
He's a bad
SHIRO. You're embarrassing
What
me
is, spell it again?
SHIRO. Like pyro, but
Oh,
shitto.
Gyro.
like
Why-
No,
like
shitto.
shitto.
Shitto. No, it's
It's like how the
something?
gyro is a yellow.
This interview
So
is
it's
over,
like
man.
shitto.
I got nothing.
shitto. There you go.
Yeah,
Now
see that?
you're making fun of me.
I told
That's
you.
so
Listen,
sad.
you're a great teacher. He's a bad student.
You're a bad
I'm
student.
telling you.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.